Welcome to the Payout Playbook, your go-to show for all things college football betting. I'm your host, Michael Jascott, aka Mikey Pick'em, and today we're breaking down the biggest matchups and betting opportunities for Week 13 of college football. If you're looking to get an edge on the sportsbook or just want to stay informed, you've come to the right place. On today's episode, we'll cover our top picks against the spread and some key over-under totals to keep an eye on. We'll also look at some under-the-radar games. Let's kick things off with the Tar Heels heading up to Boston College. UNC is favored by 2.5. Here's what I like about this matchup. Not only does UNC put up better numbers in points per play, but they amass nearly 100 total yards more per game than BC. Another stat I love to look at is third down conversion percentage. On defense, the Tar Heels only allow opponents to convert on third down 34% of the time. I'll take that. Let's look at some common opponents as well. Virginia and FSU. UNC beat Virginia by 27, FSU by 24. BC lost to Virginia by 10 and beat FSU by only 15. Yes, only 15. You're supposed to beat FSU by about 40, aren't you? Although Boston College is 6-3-1 against the spread and 4-2 against the spread as a dog, I'm worried about some of their personnel. Grayson James is the new starting quarterback. He's a transfer from FIU. He's replacing Thomas Castellanos. Listen, he's thrown 16 touchdowns in his career, but also 14 interceptions. Not overwhelming numbers, really. Also, wide receiver Jaden Skeet, one of their better catches of the ball, is also out. He's averaging more than 10 yards a catch. My lean here is to take UNC minus 2.5. I almost forgot to mention the running back, Omarion Hampton, one of the best in the nation. He'll be playing on Sundays, no doubt. Hampton's got 14 touchdowns and almost 6 yards a carry. He is their constant. He is their workhorse. I can't wait to see him play. Next, let's jump into my top picks against the spread for Week 13. These are games where I think I've got a strong edge based on team trends and injuries. First up, I'm taking Liberty. That's right, the Flames -1 against Western Kentucky. This matchup will see two really good quarterbacks in Caden Veldkamp for Western Kentucky and Kaidon Salter for Liberty. Veldkamp has 19 passing touchdowns to 7 picks and another 7 touchdowns on the ground. Salter is also putting up good numbers, 13 touchdowns to 4 picks, but is not playing as well as the previous season. 32 passing touchdowns and 12 on the ground. Liberty running back Quinton Cooley is also a stud. He's averaging more than 6 yards a carry, and he's got 11 touchdowns on the year. A couple other stats. Liberty has a greater time possession and limits opponents on third down with a cool 36% conversion rate. I'll take Liberty, -1. My second pick is Minnesota +12 at home facing Penn State. Listen, I hear you. The Nittany Lions are playing well on the road. They've crushed Wisconsin, Purdue, and West Virginia all the way from Happy Valley. But the Golden Gophers are 7-2-1 against the spread and 4-1-1 against the spread at home. This game will see some talented offenses. Drew Allers, a sleeper pick for one of the better signal callers in all of the nation. 16 touchdowns, only 5 picks, 72% completion percentage as well. Minnesota QB Max Brosmer, a transfer from University of New Hampshire, 14 touchdowns to 4 picks, 6 yards an attempt, and 67% completion percentage. It's almost been a month since their last home game. They played the Terps. Brosmer had 4 touchdowns. The question will be, can they throw the ball downfield against Penn State? Penn State's going to want to stop the run, and force them to throw downfield, which is something that they haven't excelled at. All right, let's talk about some of the top running backs in this game. We all know Penn State has a two-headed monster in Katron Allen and Nicholas Singleton, but the Gophers also have a pretty good running back in Darius Taylor. Minnesota is averaging almost 2 takeaways a game, and I'll take the points. The Golden Gophers +12. Let's talk some over-under totals now. Here's a game where I see good value on the total points line. I'm targeting Texas hosting Kentucky with the total set at 47. Before a win against Cupcake Murray State, Kentucky has lost 4 straight to Tennessee, Auburn, Florida, and Vandy. The Wildcats are 109th in the country in scoring and 107th in the country in total offense. Texas, meanwhile, is allowing only 12 points a game with more than 2 takeaways a game. With regard to common opponent, Kentucky lost to Georgia by 1, Texas by 15. I'll take the under. That's going to do it for this week's episode of the Payout Playbook. I hope these insights help you make smarter bets and maybe even win some money this weekend. I do it for you. I absolutely love the idea of helping you make a couple extra bucks and spending it where you like. Don't forget to follow us on social media and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. Good luck with your bets, and we'll see you next week for more college football action.